Israeli forces are advancing deeper inside Gaza City. The IDF is destroying the massive terror infrastructure Hamas has built there for years. Prime Minister Netanyahu is calling the military campaign so far a phenomenal success. And Chris Mitchell reports from Jerusalem.
The commander of the Southern Command said for the first time in decades, the IDF is fighting in the heart of Gaza City. Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant says Gaza is the biggest terrorist base ever built by man.
This entire city is one big terror base. There are kilometers of tunnels underground. They are connected to hospitals, to schools. They are connected to each other. They have communication rooms, ammunition depots, places to sleep in order to serve as bases of terrorism from which the citizens of the State of Israel and IDF soldiers can be harmed.
IDF forces have located and destroyed a number of tunnels. They uncovered one tunnel next to this amusement park and another tunnel and weapons depot near a civilian university. The IDF says it proves Hamas uses its civilian population as human shields. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is calling the military campaign so far a phenomenal success, with countless Hamas bases, tunnels, and command and control centers destroyed.
We will win. We will not stop until victory. I am in continuous contact with U.S. President Joe Biden. We very much appreciate his support, the support of the American administration, and the support of the American people.
Netanyahu also said there'll be no ceasefire without the return of the hostages. Yet Axios is reporting President Joe Biden is asking Netanyahu for a 3-day pause in the fighting so more hostages can be released. The report goes on to say Netanyahu doesn't trust Hamas and Israel could lose international support. Given the alarming rise of anti-Semitism and public support for Hamas in the past month, U.S. Jewish groups are calling for a massive march for Israel in Washington, D.C. on November 14th. On Capitol Hill, the House passed a $14 billion bipartisan aid package last week, but the Senate has blocked the legislation. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson met with some of the 240 hostage families. He defended Israel's military actions.
This is clearly, as we said so many times, good versus evil. The United States stands with the good, and we're going to stand with Israel, and that show of force, I think, is intentional and appropriate.
One family member came with a warning to the West.
This is a call for action, and this is a wake-up call not only for Israel, not only for the Jewish community. This is a wake-up call for all of you here, all of America, all of Europe. You are next. You are next. And we should do everything that we can to stop these atrocities.
Chris Mitchell, CBN News, Jerusalem.
Well, let me underline, they do intend to attack us next. When you hear the rhetoric coming out of Iran, we are called the Great Satan. Israel is called the Little Satan. So we're the bigger target. And they absolutely want to target us next. Iran is the funding entity, the funding nation. They're of Hamas. They're the largest state sponsor of terrorism in the world. They're funding Hezbollah. They're funding Hamas. They want Israel wiped off the map, and they want to come after us next. So if you want to support Israel, there is this rally that's scheduled for the mall in Washington, D.C. on November 14th. That's Tuesday. So if you want to show that you want to support Israel, if you live near there, turn up that day. We're seeing all these protests that are pro-Palestinian, whether it's the campuses, the universities here in America, the streets of London, in Times Square in New York City, all of these places where Palestinians are showing up. Let's show up and show that we support Israel. And we want you to know the facts about the Jewish homeland, the state of Israel. You can own a DVD copy, receive instant streaming access of CBN's documentary, The Hope, the Rebirth of Israel. This film will take you on a journey through the 50 years that preceded the founding of the modern state of Israel. You'll see history unfold through the eyes of some of Israel's greatest visionaries, their founders, David Ben-Gurion, Golda Meir. All you have to do is call us, 1-800 707,000 to get your copy of The Hope, The Rebirth of Israel, and it's for a gift of any dollar amount. All you have to do is call us. You can also visit cbn.com/thehope.